Hey, shalom, shalom, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Ray Bash's Ramblings. Today I'm going to be talking about Simchat Torah. What is Simchat Torah? Well, Simchat Torah is the rejoicing of the Torah, or rejoicing in the Torah. And basically, it is the 8th day of Sukkot, which is also called Shimini Atzret, or the 8th day. Leviticus 23:33 through 36 says, "And the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, The 15th day of this month shall be the feast of tabernacles, for 7 days unto Yahweh. And on the first day shall be an holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein. 7 days ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. And on the 8th day shall be a holy convocation unto you. And ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto Yahweh. It is a solemn assembly, and ye shall do no servile work therein." Now, back then, when Yahweh gave the Torah and, told Moshe to write down Leviticus chapter 23 and gave all the feasts, they didn't have any such thing as a Torah scroll at that time. So as the ages progressed, the tradition came about that at the end of the reading of the Torah cycle, which is the last day of Sukkot, we automatically begin the cycle of Torah all over again, because according to Jewish tradition, Hasatan goes before Yahweh and says, you know what, those Israelites, they may have studied Torah this year, but once they're done, they're not going to study it again. And so to kind of make Satan eat his own words, as soon as we're done with the last chapter of Deuteronomy, we automatically start in Genesis 1:1. And begin that reading to kind of show Satan, hey, you know what? We love the Torah. We're going to keep studying the Torah. So it's become a tradition to restart the Torah cycle reading on the last day of Sukkot, Shimini Atzret, or Simchat Torah. And it's also been a tradition to take the Torah scroll and the various members of the congregation dance around with the Torah scroll. We put legs on the Torah scroll because we're rejoicing in the Torah. The Lubavitcher Rebbe said, "On Simchat Torah, the Torah wants to dance, but lacking the physical limbs which to do so, it employs the body of the Jew. On this day, the Jew becomes the dancing feet of the Torah." So it's a pretty awesome festival, High Holy Day, a way to end the cycle of the High Holy Days, and we start them all over again. Now, let me tell you a story. Back when I was a Christian and I was entrenched in the Free Will Baptist denomination, going to Free Will Baptist Bible College, right next door was an Orthodox synagogue, Shimini Atzret in Nashville, Tennessee. And so I, became interested in the Hebraic roots of the faith and Judaism, and so I would just kind of go and observe. And when I saw Simchat Torah, or just the regular Torah procession for that matter, I seen the Torah scroll decked out in the velvet dress with the embroidery on it, and the Levitical style breastplate, and the crown and the bells and everything. It was so decorative. And then the Torah was marched around, paraded around in the synagogue, and people would take their tzitzit or prayer book and they would kiss it, and then touch the touch the scroll, and then touch their lips again. And in my Christian mind, in my Christian thinking, I was like, oh my goodness, these poor Jews, they're worshiping the Torah. I was thinking that they were worshiping a Torah scroll, so how foolish of me. They aren't worshiping a Torah scroll. The Torah scroll is the only physical manifestation that we have that's symbolic of the Messiah, that's symbolic of God himself, that's symbolic of the King, because it is his very words, it is the kingdom law, and therefore we treat it with the utmost respect. It's not about worshiping the Torah scroll, but that's what I would think. And so that's kind of what Simchat Torah is all about. There's a passage, I believe it's in 2 Samuel, where the Ark of the Covenant was returning to Jerusalem, and David just went crazy and danced. Well, the summary of the Torah scroll in the tablets was placed inside the Ark, and so in essence, he was rejoicing in the Torah, because when the Ark came back, it was symbolic that the Torah was coming back to Jerusalem as well. So and his wife Michal, she said, you've just made a fool of yourself, and basically you derobed yourself and danced wildly like a crazy man in front of peasant girls. And he says, you know what? I'm willing to debase myself even more so for the glory of God. If it's for God and if it's about God, hey, I'm gonna go buck crazy. And that's what we should do, because what does Deuteronomy say? Deuteronomy says that the Torah is our life. It's our lifeblood. It's the very words of God. And if it wasn't for the words of God, we wouldn't be here, because the Word of God created everything. And who is the Word of God? Who's the living manifestation of the Word of God? None other than Yeshua HaMashiach himself. So in a roundabout way, when we rejoice in the Torah, we're also rejoicing in Yeshua the Messiah. So hopefully you can find a synagogue to go to and participate in Simchat Torah, dance around with the Torah. I don't have a personal huge Torah scroll myself, but I ordered a miniature one, so it's not that heavy. So if I can't find a synagogue to go to, I'm going to dance around with that little Torah scroll this year, as I have done in years past. So hopefully you enjoyed learning about Simchat Torah. Tune in again next time, when who knows what I'll be speaking about. So we'll talk to you later. Shalom and Shavuot Tov Mishpocha, and Chag Sameach Simchat Torah.